People, what's going on? Good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. As you can see, I am gonna do sort of like a bring back Aventus DNA once again because we are in lockdown, and we cannot buy so many new fragrances. But we can always try revisiting some fragrances, revisiting some more popular ones. So basically, today we're gonna be talking about Aventus and its clones. Which one do I suggest? As an alternative because I'll give you like in-depth, sort of like a discussion. This is not really head-on collision or competition, but basically there are many alternative to this perfume right here. This is Creed's Aventus, okay, one of my most favorite fragrance of all time. Obviously, I have little bit juice left about and hardly use it because I don't have plans to buy it again. But this 120 ml was 2015 batch. It comes with various batches and stuff. This is one of the most hyped fragrance in the community. Really expensive from the niche house of Creed. This one was hyped to the max in fragrance community. All right, let's just go one by one. So this fragrance, when it was launched, I think this is not their top seller in the Creed's house, Creed's boutique rather. But this fragrance basically has a lot of fan following due to fragrance community hype by the reviewers. So the thing is, I really was hyped up about this too, and I bought it one day. I think it was like around $300 around that price tag, and these 120 ml bottles now are harder to find. When I bought this 120 ml, this was the fruity batch. Everybody is looking for their what do you call smoky batch. That time you can still find some, but this was still like one of the most expensive ones. I really get good compliments from this in colder months like winter time. This is really good, and it's famous for its pineapple, like pineapple, black currant, and it has this smoky feel. Also has that birch, so very masculine, sexy, all year round scent. So this fragrance, I don't think a single reviewer criticized this one. Everybody like this is like 100% fragrance except Mark. I think Mark was one guy. He was like this fragrance, like what do you call, it's not his favorite. So I was like, okay, so never mind. So today we're going to be looking at, since it's launched, many alternatives. This DNA was so popular, every company wanted a bite of it. So I did from time to time many videos. I'll put the links below of clones, best alternatives. Then I bought some more new. Just want to put a comparison, sort of a talk. All right, so do make your coffee, whatever you need. It's gonna be a little bit long video. So basically these great bottles, this fragrance I saw in Bangladesh is the one of the most expensive ones, this one, and also Royal Oud. Apart from that, the rest of them were like much more affordable, but this fragrance, due to its hype, it was very expensive. So this one came in 75 ml, 120 ml, also beat flacons and stuff. Now you can find it 50 ml, 30 ml, and I think 100 ml, and the prices go about $350 to 500 above, so it's not cheap. So people like this DNA. It's a fruity, very recognizable DNA. Like people like Sauvage, this one, these are like more well-known ones. So that's Aventus for you. Very masculine, sexy fragrance. So I actually will name you some of the other fragrances that I reviewed, like the other clones, and I will tell you, like, namely, some of them would be the ones that didn't make today. There was Lattafa Ad-Durar Makhnoon. That one I have it somewhere. I don't know where it is. And then I had this one, Perri Unpredictable Adventure. Very good fragrance still. Very budget friendly. And then there was also Armaf Idivo, Yatman, Aventus, Jaguar Vision for Men, Insurrection Pure 2, Lomani AB Spirit Silver. You can check out my review, like this one. I'm looking at this one. I did, sorry, not very high tech. This is top 10 Aventus clones video. I was just reading from the description. So I decided to put this 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. So I think there are 7 fragrances, and I will break it down for you which one I think what's special about each. So I got from different houses, okay, and they are from a little bit different price tags, but not exactly like $10, okay. So I'm just including something that starts from 25 all the way to say $65 all here, and I'll show you after this a little bit more premium ones. All right, so I'll start with the cheapest. I think at this moment is this one, and I don't think if you can find this. I don't know if you can find it. This is Zara Vibrant Leather EDP. There was an EDT, but they launched the EDP. So EDP was came with this really nice magnetic top. It was selling for 30, perhaps $35. I don't know. So this fragrance, I said, is one of the best smelling Aventus clones that is in my collection. I still have some juice left. I wore the heck out of it. I did have a Mont Blanc Star Walker. That one, no, not sorry, not Star Walker. I had Mont Blanc Explorer. Sorry, I had coffee. So that one and this one almost like a similar sort of vibe. This one cheaper than Mont Blanc. Also Mercedes-Benz Select. If you like those, this is an easy love for you. And Zara, perhaps this is their one of the best release ever. So I don't know if it's still available, but definitely give it a try. This is really fruity. Very quickly, once again, it's very fruity, fresh, lemony, and I got about 4 hours of performance from this, but not really beast. But longevity was okay, not bad for Zara. So this one I really like. For the smell, this is very, very good. One of the best clones. Okay, so I'm just going very quickly so you actually watch. Next one is a fragrance. As you can see, this is a fingerprint magnet, and I'm trying not to show myself on the bottle. This is L'Aventure by Haramain. This, when it came out at first, I think it was about $40. Then they increased the price due to its sale picked up, and then they did. Oh, there you go. There I am. Hi. Okay. So this one I did not like the bottle so much. Like the cap is nice. It has nice rubber grip. It has 100 ml bottle only, and this later on picked up many flankers. They made L'Aventure Night, L'Aventure Blanche. Think about around three L'Aventure Femme. There are three flanker to this, but this is the Aventus clone. So this and CDNIM. Initially I was gonna put the EDT. This is my 2017 batch UAE, the silver spray, but I did not put it. I put the new EDP today because this is much stronger than this one. So at first when I had them both, I really loved them both, but CDNIM was my favorite. But the L'Aventure specialty about this one is more fruity batch. It performs really okay, but it does really project really nice. Okay, but the price a little bit more expensive than CDNIM EDT. So this was like I'm like, okay, and it used to burn my neck. So these are some of the disadvantage with L'Aventure, and then you cannot find Haramain everywhere discounted. So that's a disadvantage to this perfume, but it's not bad. I would say the Zara is ahead of this. If you talk about my preference, I like Zara better than L'Aventure. Okay, by Haramain. So we have about 5 left. Let's go this one. This fragrance, nobody's really comparing this with anything, but trust me, this is one of the nicest Zara, what's wrong with me? One of the nicest Armaf releases in recent times. Just look at the presentation. You expect this from literally like a niche house, I guess, and there's a horse up there. They have 3 in the series. I bought them all, reviewed them all, but this one remained in my collection, and the rest 2 I sold. This is Bucephalus number 11. So this one right here smells a lot like Club de Nuit Intense Man, but with added some notes. I get a little bit dusty, fruity vibe from this, and it's really, really beautiful. The fragrance is really juicy, and you almost can tell like this fragrance is not exactly like Club de Nuit Intense Man. Really unique. This one I like better than the other 2. Okay, L'Aventure, and if you talk about the Zara, compared to these 2, I prefer Bucephalus number 11. For the presentation smell, I get really good performance out of it, but doesn't really jump off of my skin. Really good fragrance. So next one, it's a very strong contender. This perfume, I'll tell you one thing. CDNIM EDP, this is the 150 ml bottle, newly launched. This is the reason I'm not showing you the younger brother or the elder brother, CDNIM EDT. So EDT, nowadays people say the newer batches are kind of weak, but they solved it with this EDP. Yet to try the special edition, but this one right here is a tank. Very strong bottle, similar looking, but the performance on this, man. When I smell it, it does smell very fine, very fruity, very clean, and this one lasts on you easily over 8-10 hours. So this brought back the performance of original CDNIM. So the EDP comes in 150 ml and 200 ml. Perhaps they should release 100 ml so people can afford it, because this one I bought it for $60. Okay, so $60 is not cheap, but if you convert it to 100 ml from 150 ml, I think you still get almost similar pricing to CDNIM. So I think for the value that you get, the smell is more refined. Longevity is good, and you get a more juice. So this is definitely all-rounder. In terms of smell, this is better, but performance, all-rounding, performance and all the thing you talk about, versatility, CDNIM EDP, it's like a perfection. There's no weakness to this fragrance unless you are a snob of clones. So next we're moving into very popular fragrance right now. This is Afnan Supremacy Silver. I saw one brother from Philippines. He put up the whole line. I think there are 3 or 4 in this line. I think 4. Golden one, black one, and this one. There's another one I forgot, maybe blue one. He put this as number 1 for very good reasons, you know. So this perfume is another clone of Aventus. It's a little bit more pricey than CDNIM. I think this one goes for 45 to 65 all the way, but I don't think you should put $60 for buying this. Okay, you can buy much better fragrances, but if you can get this from 35 to 45 bucks, this is one of the best looking bottles. Very nice heavy cap, not really snug fit comes off, but very good metallic cap, 100 ml. And the best attribute of this fragrance is the way it smells. It's not as long lasting as CDNIM, okay, or even L'Aventure, but for the smell, if you talk about the smell, this perfume, it's really, 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 really good. I mean, Afnan Supremacy Silver is one of the best smelling Aventus alternatives. So that is very clean, and I think my brother Victor from Philippines also loves this. All right, so moving on to the next one. This is one fragrance I really liked at first. This one also Rasasi. And as you can see, Pour Louis Zebra. They have 3 in this line, I think. Zebra, Crocodile, and what's the other one? Leopard or Leo. So this was the clone of Aventus, and the other 2 were, I think, Sauvage clone and Jubilation 25 clone. So I do not reach for this anymore. I don't know why. I have just a little bit juice left for testing purpose. This comes in 50 ml EDP concentration. Very good performer, but the price tag for this, it's really expensive. 50 ml goes for $30, okay, 35 bucks. If you convert it to 100 ml, it becomes like a $70 price tag for 100 ml per 100 ml. But I think this Rasasi fragrance, it's up to you. If money is not an issue, you definitely can get it. It has a lot more lemon than pineapple, and it's really, really sharp, okay. It does last a long time, but the other ones, they have better value in terms of price point, okay. So Rasasi is a little bit on the expensive side. So coming to the last one, this one is highly debatable because people say this is not a clone of Aventus, doesn't smell at all like Aventus. Fair enough. I do get a lot of pineapple from this, lemon, apple, and it's a little bit leathery, masculine fragrance. And this is the one of the best value house in the current market, okay. Mancera is a niche house, if you do not know by now. They give you 120 ml big bottle, which comes with very solid sprayer and cap, okay. And this smells and lasts very long time. So currently some people are complaining the newer batches are weak. I have a newer batch, I think, I'm not sure, but I always get good performance out of it. 7-8 hours easy, and does project really well for 2 to 3 hours. So if you really wanted to replace Aventus, this is not going to be a clone of Aventus, but in terms of smell, I like this. I'll just tell you right here, I prefer this over Aventus in terms of smell and potency, because Aventus 100 ml, the new ones, are not really worth the money, okay. So Cedrat Boise, it's used to be like $100 plus, 120 bucks. Now you can have it under 60 bucks. Definitely good value for 120 ml. So these are my comparison, rather, you know, talk, like let's say discussion. And if you really want to say upgrade to a little bit more premium, let me show you 2 other alternatives. First alternative I'm going to show you is my scent of the night. This is Roja of Elysium. This is not, okay, it's not like an Aventus clone, okay, I'll tell you that. But it has that apple, it has some freshness, some lemon, really, really lovely little fragrance. This is premium, okay, it does last a long time on me, fresh, clean, and this is one of the best smelling cologne kind of a fragrance you can get with your money. All right, this one, and side by side I'll show Aventus Cologne. If you talk about premium, if you want to smell like Aventus or any of these, and you want to smell more premium than others, these 2 definitely my recommendation. So Roja Elysium Parfum Cologne and Aventus Cologne, these 2 are, let's say if you want to replace Aventus with something better smelling, better performer, definitely 2 very, very well reputed houses, okay. So that is sort of like my conclusion. And if you ask me if Aventus is worth it, if you find 120 ml now, it's going to cost you a kidney, okay. And these bottles are going for premium, so if you do have it, do not sell it, hold on to it, cherish it. I'm not gonna put it down like 120 ml. If you could find this is gonna beat any day most of these fragrances, trust me. If I find it in this batch 2015 and before, this is still one of the nicest smelling fragrance and brings out a lot of compliments. It goes away, comes back. So Aventus definitely one of the kings, but at this current formulation 100 ml, I think it's a little bit too much money you pay. It's kind of like becoming sort of like a greed, okay. But 120 ml and above, like before, definitely worth the money. All right, so that's my analysis, sort of like bringing back Aventus days and Aventus alternatives. Hopefully you enjoyed the talk. Sorry for the long video, but I really wanted to compare them again. So if you ask me, oh sorry what is the best value fragrance according to me here, if you talk about performance, smell, if you talk about compliments and projection, and price point wise, versatility, everything, get this one, CDNIM EDP. This is the best value fragrance among all these. Okay, Cedrat Boise is also great, but you get 150 ml, you get 120 ml. Okay, so that is just the only thing, but these two definitely are the best here in this whole bunch. Take care guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.